I will not be growing weed on that thing, though, for sure. If the feds are listening, please don't worry. We're not growing anything over there.
That is Jelly Roll, and he was willing to talk about everything. Whose DMs are worse, yours or Bunnie's?
Well, you can guess. But poor Bunnie will get her eyes poked out.
Oh, but if you have your own sauna on tour, you should be naked.
No, Evan, it's glass. What do you think it is? Just sitting in there. What are you trying to get me to catch a case? Who is this guy?
I'll tell you, few artists are this honest, and he more or less admitted it when he sat down. You sitting here telling me you're about to jump full-fledged into country music.
Yeah. Whenever I was having to run around and convince everybody I was going to be a country artist for good and oversharing my life story with the world. I'm Evan Paul, and I'll get out of the way in 25 seconds, but I want to let you know this interview is also going to feature an update on new music, why he thinks marijuana saved his life, and the agreement that he and his wife struck. Man, if you ever been caught checking out someone else, you need to hear what this guy's saying. We started in a darker place, however. Quick warning that this interview contains adult language. Please consider tapping subscribe and enjoy this interview with Jelly Roll on Taste of Country Nights. Man, how are you and your wife doing after Bill passed away, man? Man, I thank you for asking first. You're the first person to ask that in 2 days of media. She's doing better. She's hurt. You know, her and her father didn't have the best relationship throughout her whole life, and they really didn't start getting too cool until she was in her 30s, and even then it was very tumultuous. So, you know, it's kind of one of those things where it was a sad ending to a book that already wasn't incredible. Probably the best way to put it. But she's holding her head up fine, and I love Bill to death, so God rest his soul.
Is it hard for you to be present when your family needs you because you're so busy right now?
Yeah, for sure, because I never slowed down through it all. You know, I felt so bad. My wife was having to grieve alone just because when this thing gets, you know, it's just hard to stop. But we spent a lot of time together, and we're going out of town this week.
ACM Awards?
Yes!
You're nothing but a liar. Yeah, I walk right out the fire.
Performing Liar. Is that kind of where your new music's headed?
A little bit. You know, I'm all over the place, man. Just kind of like, but it's I felt it was important to start the new era of music at the ACMs because we had done Save Me there. We had launched me and Laney there. And I think that with right here, as we're celebrating Halfway to Hell coming #1, it's kind of the end of the Wits at Chapel era. So it's kind of just time for it. I don't even know if we're going to put Liar out for what it's worth. I'm still on the fence about it. But
okay.
It was important to just be like flag in the ground. It's time for new music.
So what are we going to learn about you and your upcoming music that we don't already know?
Man, there's a lot of storytelling on this album. I wrote probably 100-something songs last year, maybe 150 plus, trying to figure this album out. I've never been more inspired, though. I was getting so many stories. People were pouring into me. They were telling me I'm at gas stations and red carpets, and I'm hearing life stories from, you know, people and really inspiring stories. So I've never wrote more.
Do you feel more pressure? Do you feel the sophomore pressure?
Yeah, which is crazy because I put out 32 albums in my career. I've released 350 songs, and I'm over here like, I hope I don't have a sophomore slump. I'm so petrified, you know.
I saw you want to do a half marathon now, 13
Man,
miles.
I might have overshot.
Okay,
dude, let me tell you.
A long way.
I was telling somebody, I said, when I say next year, I'm thinking next Turkey Day. Like a Thanksgiving half marathon. I woke up and walked 2 miles this morning, and it was brutal. I was like, I got to put another 11 on that and jog? I was like, man.
Do you have like a goal, the weight and stuff you're trying to get to, or health? Or
nah, I just want to feel better.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm really anchoring in my Gary Brecka put me on a supplement plan to get my hormones right. Even this morning, I woke up 5 hours earlier than I'm used to waking up, or 6 hours earlier than I'm used to waking up. I still woke up this morning, walked a mile, got in the sauna, and did a cold plunge.
What are you eating now?
Man, it's just better overall, just thinking about it. And when I do eat bad, I just try not to eat a lot.
Okay.
I'm just trying to change my entire relationship with food. And I know that sounds cliche, but I have had, clearly, a horrible relationship with food.
Yeah.
But historically, if you look back at my patterns, I've had a horrible relationship with anything I've had a relationship with. I don't know how to do things in moderation in general, you know? And I'm working on that, and it's been helping me a lot.
Dog, I used to be like 500 pounds.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was the same thing.
Yeah.
You just have to change the relationship you have with food, man.
100%.
It sucks, but you have to do
And the
it.
first thing I've learned this time is I'm not treating foods like it's the devil. I f***ed up last time I lost weight and did that, which is why I gained a lot of the weight back. Because I would be like, I'm never going to eat anything but fish and plants again. And that's just not real.
Yeah.
It's just not real.
Right. Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, now I'm like, I'm going to eat the out of this broccoli.
Yeah,
you know? I've never said that before, you know. So, like, are you still smoking and drinking?
Drinking and smoking?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I only drink to celebrate. So I probably, you know, I drank after the ACMs, of course. I drank after the CMT, so I've drank a couple times this year. But other than that, I'm not really drinking. I drank after the iHeart Awards.
So, I mean, like, is it safe to say we could see you training for the 5K with a blunt walking on the street?
No, we took a dab on the 5K.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, no, listen, I get in trouble for this all the time, but my stance on marijuana will always be the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I believe marijuana has helped me in so many regards with my anxiety, and this is a hot button topic, but truly marijuana has kept me sober. And I know that I have friends who don't do that. I have friends that are in the program that totally are against any kind of mind altering anything, and I respect that. Which is, I have so much respect for those people. It's just not the way that my sobriety worked out. I think a world without weed, Jelly Roll's drinking codeine and popping Xanax and snorting cocaine again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a world with weed, I'll be all right. You know what I mean?
I saw you were looking at a 500-acre farm.
Yeah,
you
big
could grow
mother.
a lot of weed.
Evan, you should see this. I will not be growing weed on that thing, though, for sure. If the feds are listening, please don't worry. We're not growing anything over there.
Why are you guys looking to move? Have the weirdos found you guys?
We get found. We get found everywhere. But I had a rich uncle whenever I was a kid. Did you have any rich family?
Yes.
Right? And I would go to his farm, and it's the first place I shot a gun, and we'd go quail hunt. And I spent a lot of time out at my Uncle Buford's farm. And I just remember thinking, man, he's doing it right. I want the opportunity to do this one day. Like, this would be really cool if I could. I just kind of always wanted one.
Whose DMs are worse, yours or Bunnie's?
As far as
just
well, you can guess. But poor Bunnie will get her eyes poked out. That's what she calls it, getting her eye poked out. She'll still open a DM every now and then. Just some dude just swinging pecker on there, and she's just like, what?
Does that get to you?
It makes me don't make me mad. It makes me feel bad that women are subjected to that, though. That just like, could you imagine if, like, as dudes, I don't worry about that. It's not a thought I have. And if a girl sends me a boob pic, I'm excited. I'm like, yo, boobs. You know what I'm saying? And my wife's
cool
like, oh, dick. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude. I was like, oh, you got another set of dirty balls. Look, I got some titties. You know, just two totally different things happen. Yeah, of course she's cool with that. We don't. We live our. People used to think we were like in an open relationship, which I guess we are. We just don't live in that world of unnecessary jealousy. Okay. You know what I mean? That's just not I love her. She loves me. I know that's my person. She knows I'm her person. Like, I think when the Chris Motionless thing happened, her hall pass, her date, and that turned into a big thing. That. It was so funny for me because, one, it tickled me pink. But two, it's like, I think that's cute. Like, I had a problem with somebody one time about this. I call my wife my best friend. My other best friend is a guy named Struggle Jennings. We've been best friends 20-some years. I had a moment one time where I was talking to my wife and I was afraid to say something to her that I would have said to Struggle. And I thought to myself, is that really my best friend? That's true. Challenged that.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, if me and Struggle seen a pretty girl, we would acknowledge it as two men. I mean, that girl's beautiful. I do the same thing with my wife now. Hey, check this out. You see that girl? She's hot, right? Got pretty eyes, huh?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like we don't live in that space.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To me, it's like we're truly best friends. Like, she's going to find other men attractive, as she should.
Okay.
I'm going to find women attractive. I think it's our honesty and vulnerability that makes it cool for it. We talk about it and roll straight off of it. I never have to get worried caught looking at a chick's butt. I never have to worry about her looking at some rock and roll dude and thinking he's hot. It's like, cool, he's hot. You know what I mean? She's hot. It is what it is. Like, people are hot. Like, it's my best friend. I'm going to talk to you just like I would Struggle.
Okay, cool. What's on your backstage rider right now?
Socks. Always new socks. Big deal in my life. What else we got? Waters. These waters. My wife has turned me on to rich people water. And I feel so guilty drinking it, but I don't know if it's different or not, but everybody says it is, and I'm a believer now. So we get these rich people glass waters. I tell you the most frivolous thing I'm taking on tour, if that's what you're searching for here. I'm taking a sauna and a cold plunge on tour.
Wow. An entire sauna, like on
It's
an
been
18-wheeler?
it's like a small like 2-seater.
Yeah.
It's like really small, but it'll be but it's something I'm just too anchored into that not to take.
And you go full naked in there?
No, goodness, Greg, we're not just free balling in the
you don't
sauna.
free ball in
No,
the sauna? You're
I
supposed
sit with
to.
other people.
But if you have your own sauna on tour, you should be naked.
No, Evan, it's glass. What do you think it is? Just sitting in there. What are you trying to get me to catch a case? Who is this guy? Jesus Christ! Bring Evan Paul back.